It's October. Let's do some greenskins, and for the faint of hearted, you might want to turn away. I will be kit bashing using already painted models. Some grey ones, just slap them all in and see what happens. Let's go. This guy's been on my shelf for quite some time. Never known what to do with him. I've primed him, just never got around to it. Instead of it being part of the pile of shame, I'm going to trim some bits off that I don't particularly enjoy painting and add some bits that I do. Here we go. It's important to remember when kit bashing that when you do this, it's not always final, but it's right up there. And it can be nerve-wracking. I don't like this cloudy thing that comes off. The big hand up here doesn't quite belong. Yeah, gonna carve it down a bit and stick some stuff on. After a slight conversion, it's time to paint. Starting with a dry brush. Dabbing a small drop of water onto the back of my hand, I quickly absorb a wee bit with my brush and dry it off on the rest of my hand until the bristles feel damply cold. Take the tiniest bit of paint and rotate it into the brush. Dry off most of it, then apply it in a circular motion to the model, acting as a zenith base. I like to start greenskin with a dark red base. Imagine there is red blood flowing under the skin. With this done, gradually build up from a dark green to a light green, mixing each version in between, and concentrating the brightest tones to the most exposed highest parts. On this oak swamp shaman, there is a makeshift robe stitched together in an ununiformed pattern. Originally I wanted to paint each section in a different colour, but I thought this would look garishly mental. I decided to keep it muted and use 3 colours: a grey dress, purple cape and a yellow cowl. It still looks ragged and dirty, but it doesn't distract the eye. Unlike the large majority of models, there is visual interest on both front and back. I used the giant skull that he wears like a hermit crab's home as an opportunity to inject some brightness to the project, glazing in a murky green at the end to tie it in with the rest of the theme. With the lion's share of the work done, it's now onto this big meat cleaver that I've stuck onto him. It's going to be a bit of non-metallic metal. I'll go quickly over that. And then this wee squig, who's going to be running off with a bone from behind him. I picture this shaman as being not a hermit that accidentally found a giant skull, but somebody who took that skull. Let's crack on. I still haven't mastered non-metallic metal, but I try it on every model I paint. The goal is that through repetition, I'll eventually achieve NMM enlightenment. Starting off with a dark sea green mixed with black, create the surface that will be metal. Then step by step, I roughly place the designated reflection using dark sea green, followed by a mix of dark sea green and deck tan, stepping up to a pure deck tan. With this blocky layer in place, I glaze over with the dark mix away from the highlight, then the brightest towards the highlight. I don't want the squig to be the focus on the back of this model, so I'll be hitting it with a few quick dry brush layers to establish the red skin colour. Then it's a case of tidying up the highlights and applying some shade. With this done, the model is complete. And that's this guy done. I enjoyed this process, the kit bashing or just trimming bits off and changing a weapon. The colours are still very muted. Next time I'd probably do the cloaks all the same colour. Try and push the vibrancy more than anything. But it's a nice little model. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.